The Air 2 site where they took me, which was Burnside, it's a monster from 71 all up to 80 to 91. He took people there, but see, Burge had so much authority. They took people all over the city. 1973, I got picked up. They came to my house. They kicked my doors in. My kids was running around the floor, and they was pointing shotguns at them and stuff like that. Then I stepped out, and they said, "Man, I'm the one y'all looking for. They're my kids." So they in turn slammed me on the floor. Said, "Nigga, get down. You better not move." Burge put a shotgun to my head, and the status there with him was 6 of them. Because 3 came in from the front door and 3 came in from the back door. And my wife at the time asked them, where was they taking me? They told me they was taking me to 61st and Racine. And they didn't. They took me to Burnside. When I came in, when they took me up the stairs from the side door, we got in the room, and there's 2 tables, there's 2 desks on the right. And that's where they set me down in the shed. I already had handcuffs behind my back, but they put handcuffs on my ankles. And, he said, "You can tell me what I want to know." And call me, niggas and stuff like that. But the bottom line is, I think that when they take you and put you in a place like that, and been in a situation like that, it's shocking because of the fact you don't expect that to come from the police. And the sad part is that, you're all by yourself. This is like people trying to take my life. I was fearing for my life all the time while I was there. And they made that plain, they was going to kill me. You know what I'm saying? So whatever they wanted to know, I said. You know what I'm saying? And that was the bottom line. Truth or not, that's what they wanted to hear. That's what they got, because after Burge slapped me out the chair and picked me up from the floor, then he, told me, saying, "I'll be back. I got something for niggas like you." And he went out the door and came back with a brown paper bag, took a black box out of the brown paper bag, put it on the table. There were 3 wires coming out of it. One was to the plug in the wall, and the other 2 he took, and one of them he put on my ankles, and another one he put behind my back on the handcuffs, I assume. He told me, that I've been at this plastic bag. He got a plastic bag and putting it over my head. I said, "You got to be crazy, think I ain't gonna bite it." So I did bite it, and he grabbed me around the neck and put another plastic bag over my head, twisted it. I couldn't bite through that one. And that's when all hell broke loose. I couldn't hardly breathe. I don't know how long he had me like that. It could have been 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. I don't know how long it was. I knew I felt pain. A few times I thought I had died. And it went on, it went on. You got talking crazy to me about, "Nigga, you gonna say this, nigga, you gonna tell me what I want to know," and all this stuff. I'm like, I told him, I said, "Man, I don't know what you're talking about. I told you I don't know what you're talking about." And he put the bag back on my head. It kept going like that for hours. And it was, I could feel needles, like I could feel sharp pain shooting through my body like needles, like 1,000 needles going through my body at the same time. Passed out from it. I got to the point where I thought I was going to die. I was going to do that. I said to myself, well, this is it. But all the time, he wasn't going to let me die, because he brought me back and sent me through the same changes all over again. And finally, I just got to the point where I couldn't take it no more. And like I told him, I said, "Man," whatever you want me to say, I'll say it. If you say I killed the president, I'll say I killed the president. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter, you know what I'm saying, because I can't do this. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, the other officer that was with him, beside us, he got to ask me some questions, and Burge got to talk about, what about these murders out here in Indiana and Gary and all this stuff here? I told him, "I don't know what you're talking about." So he put the bag on my head again and like to get me some more. And that's how it went from the whole time I was there until they took me downstairs to the lockup they had. Then they hooked up a statement they want me to say. The only good thing came out of it, my family showed up, and they said, I couldn't hardly stand up for nothing. In the process, they asked me, my family asked me, "You want a lawyer? You need some help?" I said, "Yeah, I need a lawyer." And so everything, I couldn't hardly talk. I showed them the swell marks on my arms, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't the only thing I had was a busted lip and bruises around my arms. Everything else was internal. And like I told him, I said, man, they electrocuted me, they shocked me, and they suffocated me. And I said whatever they want me to say because I couldn't take it no more. I said, he broke me. And that's the bottom line. The rest of the day, I still have nightmares from that, what I'm saying, because of the fact that I was helpless and there was nobody to help me. And that's what hurts, because of the fact that you don't expect this from the police. I didn't go to no lineups, none of that. Somebody was going to come in and talk to me, and I better not ask for a lawyer. I mean, I'm a strong guy. I ain't no coward or nothing, but, I just gave up, what I'm saying? So whatever they want me to say or do, I was going to do it until I get a chance to tell somebody about it. I think that's when he took me back to, branch 66. That was murder court. And in the process, they bring at the time my wife down, and they're going to use her to testify against me on the case I had. So she testified, say what they wanted to say. But what a lot of people know was the Burge had threatened to take my kids from her, lock her up. I told her, I said, they come in and question and ask you about me, just tell whatever they want to hear, so they won't mess with you. And she did. Burge enough that I'll see the street again. They figure I either get killed in the penitentiary or die in the penitentiary. But with God's help, and the truth finally came out, and I was able to go to court and testify against him. And so the whole thing is, he got what his hand called for, He went to the penitentiary. He didn't do much time as I did, but he had to walk in my shoes for a little while. And that in itself was enough, because that killed him. It made him realize he was in the penitentiary now. He might have had been in one of them plush little joints or wherever he was at during that little time. And he'd never know the things that I went through, that I had to go through, to survive where I was at. But the thing too is, he had to suffer. We couldn't get his pension because they wouldn't take it from him. But we was able to get the city to do something, And when Joe and them took our depositions to the UN, that's where we got our help at. And that's when they declared that we had been tortured in the United States. And that's why it's so important to us about what's going on with the, reparations and all that. That was our only hope of ever getting this stuff out. But a lot of people don't understand, the Wilson brothers case was the one that rocked the boat. That was the domino effect. All of them years, that's the lapse in between that time that me and other guys went through, didn't nobody know about us. Burge worked for Daly. They was Daly's police. And when nothing we could say or do, and Daly, told them to go out and clean the city up, and they snatched anybody, I don't care if you had any kind of reputation, you were gang chief, whatever, they locked you up and put a case on you. Whether you did or not, it didn't matter. Because, we might have been gang bangers and all that stuff there, but we weren't the people that Burge them say we was. We weren't doing the things that Burge them say we did. But we got tortured for it. We got almost killed for it. And some of us maybe have got killed for it. We don't know. But we'll never know. That's why the memorial is so important to us, because that's our proof what happened to us. That's our history right there. And it's going to always stand if we was tortured in the city of Chicago.